Welcome to the ICH Quality Guideline video series. Today we will learn about Quality Risk Management, ICH Q9 Guideline. ICH Q9 Quality Risk Management Guideline provides a systematic approach to managing risks in pharmaceutical manufacturing, development, and product life cycle. This guideline emphasizes a structured approach for the importance of identifying, evaluating, and controlling potential risks to ensure the quality, safety, and efficacy of pharmaceutical products and monitoring their effectiveness. By implementing the guidelines, pharmaceutical companies can better understand and manage risks, which ultimately leads to the production of safe and effective pharmaceutical products. The objectives of ICH Q9 Guideline are to facilitate a proactive approach to risk identification, assessment, and control throughout the entire product life cycle, and to promote a science-based, systematic, and integrated risk management process. To enhance the decision-making process by considering potential risks and their impact on product quality, safety, and efficacy. To encourage a culture of quality and continuous improvement within pharmaceutical companies. ICH Q9 emphasizes four fundamental principles of risk management. These principles are: risk assessment includes identifying and assembling background information for potential risks associated with processes and products by various qualitative and quantitative tools and techniques for risk assessment, such as failure mode and effects analysis, fault tree analysis, hazard analysis, and critical control points, and statistical process control. Three fundamental questions are often helpful for clearly defining the risk. These are: what might go wrong? What is the likelihood it will go wrong? And what are the consequences or severity? Risk evaluation, analyzing and prioritizing identified risks based on their significance and likelihood. The outcome of a risk assessment can be either a quantitative risk estimate or a qualitative one. Risk can be conveyed through qualitative descriptors like high, medium, or low, and quantitative descriptors, such as risk priority number, RPN. The RPN is determined by considering factors like severity, occurrence, and detectability. Risk control includes decision-making to reduce and/or accept risks and implementing measures to mitigate or eliminate identified risks. Use of science-based approaches to control risks, such as process design, process validation, and continuous process monitoring. Risk control might focus on the fundamental questions like: is the risk above an acceptable level? What can be done to reduce or eliminate risks? What is the appropriate balance among benefits, risks, and resources? And are new risks introduced because of the identified risks being controlled? Risk reduction focuses on processes for mitigation or avoidance of quality risk when it exceeds a specified, acceptable level, and risk acceptance is a decision to accept risk. Risk communication ensures effective communication of risks and risk management decisions throughout the organization. The output or result of the quality risk management process should be appropriately communicated and documented. Risk review includes the review of output or results of the risk management process by considering knowledge and experience. The frequency of any review should be based upon the level of risk and risk acceptance decisions. Decision makers from relevant departments should lead and coordinate quality risk management throughout their organization. They should ensure there's a clear process in place, with the necessary resources and knowledge, and reduce any bias to make informed, science-based decisions. Subjectivity, bias, can be introduced in quality risk management, especially during the identification of hazards and the estimation of probability of occurrence and severity of harm, that is, how risks are assessed and in how hazards, harms and risks are perceived by different stakeholders. Risk management methodology. Quality risk management employs a scientific and pragmatic approach to informed decision-making, using transparent, documented, and reproducible methods. These methods evaluate the likelihood, severity, and sometimes the detectability of risks, based on current knowledge. ICH Q9 recommends a variety of risk assessment tools, each suitable for different types of risk and stages of the product life cycle. Below are several risk assessment tools mentioned in ICH Q9. Flowcharts, check sheets, Process mapping and cause and effect diagrams are recommended as basic risk management facilitation methods in ICH Q9 Guideline. In ICH Q9 Guideline, brainstorming and checklists are suggested as risk identification tools. Risk analysis tools. Failure mode effects analysis, FMEA, is a systematic method for evaluating processes to identify where and how they might fail and assessing the relative impact of different failures, in order to identify the parts of the process that are most in need of change. Failure mode, effects and criticality analysis, FMECA, is an extension of FMEA. It combines the identification and assessment of the potential failure modes and their effects on the system, with an added criticality analysis component to assess the consequence and impact of the failures. Fault tree analysis, FTA, is a top-down, deductive analytical method used to study the causes leading to a particular undesirable event. Hazard analysis and critical control points, HCP, is a systematic preventive approach to food safety and pharmaceutical safety that addresses physical, chemical, and biological hazards as a means of prevention rather than finished product inspection. Hazard operability analysis, HOZOOP, is a structured and systematic examination of a planned or existing process or operation to identify and evaluate problems that may represent risks to personnel or equipment or prevent efficient operation. Preliminary hazard analysis, PHA, is a semi-quantitative analysis that is used to identify hazards and assess risk in the early stages of project development or in the modification of an existing process. Risk evaluation and risk control tools. Risk ranking and filtering is used to rank and filter risks to identify the most significant ones, especially when resources are limited. Risk reduction tools and techniques for minimizing the identified risks, such as by implementing mitigative measures or controls. Performance metrics, key performance indicators and other metrics to monitor the effectiveness of risk controls and the risk management process. Risk management report is a comprehensive documentation of all risk management activities performed, including the risk management plan, risk assessment, risk control measures, and any residual risks. These tools can be used individually or in combination, depending on the nature of the product, the stage of its life cycle, and the specific risk management needs of the situation. In concluding our training on the ICH Q9 Quality Risk Management Guideline, it's pivotal to remember that this guideline equips us with systematic tools and methods, like FMEA, HOZOOP, and risk ranking, to identify, assess, control, and communicate the risks to the quality of pharmaceutical products throughout their life cycle. Effective implementation of ICH Q9 fosters a proactive and collaborative culture of continuous improvement and risk management, enabling better anticipation and mitigation of potential risks, informed decision-making, and efficient resource allocation. In essence, embracing the ICH Q9 guideline is vital for enhancing the reliability of pharmaceuticals, building patient trust, and contributing to global healthcare improvement. Let's continue to work collaboratively, maintaining vigilance and communication to elevate our commitment to quality and risk management in our daily practices.